the link, so let me send it out. Bear with me, this is the very first episode, so I have people asking me where it is. All right, we are up to 3 people now. So I'm waiting for some more people to join. A lot of people are not, they didn't subscribe. Hello, the Chandler's Rose. I appreciate you for coming. So bear with me. A lot of people still trying to get to the live. Give them a few more minutes since this is the first episode and they're trying to figure it out. All right, we are up to 4 people now. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Candle Niece. This is exciting. This is very exciting for me. I appreciate you all talking to me in the chat too. This is my first time ever using YouTube, so you know how that goes. And I'm doing it through another system, so bear with me. Let's see if we can get some more people in here. Let me go to my YouTube channel myself. This is a lot different from Clubhouse, huh? Because you all can actually see me, but I don't see you all. But that is just fine. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm trying to look at comments in all these different places, but I'll get it down pat soon. Because if more people don't come, we're going to roll with all of us and keep it moving. Jayla, I appreciate you for joining on here too. I did see you. Oh, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Y'all are not going to have me up in here crying tonight. It is not going to happen. Jayla tried to get me earlier, but it is not going to happen. Not right now, anyway. All right. Welcome. Hey, Ava, you made it. Hey, Yolanda. Oh my goodness, everybody's coming in now. So Yolanda and Ava, I'm waiting for a couple more people to join. If you haven't subscribed, do you all mind going and subscribe? I'm trying to hit 50 people tonight is my goal, or at least in the next 24 hours, so that I can do this from my phone. So we can take the podcast mobile. So this young lady is down in the comments. She's actually one of my coworkers, and she shared with me that she's interested in getting, thank you, Abba. She is interested in getting into candle making, which I didn't know until yesterday. So welcome, Yolanda, aka Miss Monique. The crew that you see on here is my Clubhouse crew. And we are going from the clubhouse to the penthouse, meaning from clubhouse to YouTube. So they are all supportive. If not, we're gonna roll with it. Hey, welcome everybody just coming in. We are up to 7 people now. So yeah, so you'll see Yolanda in here as Miss Monique, but I know who she is. Candles are the new status symbol. All right, while we're waiting just a few more minutes, there is a poll out there. If you all can do me a huge favor and do the poll, it's about follow up to the podcast to see if you're interested in like questions that you have, etc., etc. If you all could do that for me. Yolanda, before you jumped on, and Abba, I was telling the other ladies that this is my first time on YouTube, so bear with me. It's kind of interesting. See, it's under the community tab. Thank you, Jayla. I'm hoping I can get enough people. I can have 1,000 people to do a membership, and then we can take it even further where you all can talk with the speakers. Yolanda, a lot of these ladies, actually all of them, you'll see them if I can convince them to do what they did on Clubhouse over here. They all were speakers on my previous in my previous Clubhouse room. So I'm hoping that they'll all do it again. And some of them do both candles and soap. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We are going to start the show because they've had enough time to come in, and of course people will be late as usual. You all can't see it, but my Instagram is going crazy right now because people are asking me where is everything, and I can't answer them anymore. All right, so here's the countdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, welcome. It's your girl, Tina, and I am your host on the Bubbles and Flames podcast. Marcus, thank you for joining, as well as the lovely ladies. I appreciate all of you for taking your time out tonight. This is the intro episode, so I'm not going to keep you all on here too long, but to basically tell you what and why I decided to do a podcast. So, as I mentioned earlier, I was on Clubhouse and I did a non-traditional candle makers room, and then we added soap. So, what I decided to do was open it up to everybody, to all candle makers, all soap makers, all of our suppliers, which you all know. Of course, Malika from Maryland Wax Company. Johanna's going to try to make it. She's also live on Instagram. Both of them reached out to me and wished me well. And basically, this is just a safe space for candle and soap makers to continue the discussions that we started on Clubhouse, because a lot of times people don't want to say anything because they're shy. And we do have everybody from new candle makers to commercial candle makers, wholesale. We're going to dive into all of that. For those of you that want to be guests, you can, of course, Instagram, hit me on Instagram. Of course, if you have my number, you can hit me. But I actually have a new email for Bubbles and Flames. So, and I will post that email as well. If you want to be a guest on the show live, of course, you're more than welcome to, or you can pre-record your interview depending upon what your time is. I'll be glad to do that. Also, if you want to be featured on the show as well, you can reach out to me, because I will be featuring makers on the show that participate on the show. Those are going to be my shorts. So if you're interested in doing any of that, you all know how to get in touch with me. For everybody that is on here, also have a couple influencers that I've reached out to that are interested in working with candle and soap makers. So I just want to bring a bigger variety. If you all have any questions that you don't want to put in the comments, of course, you can shoot them to me and I will either answer them myself or get one of the other experts to get in touch with you and help you out. This is going to be a lot more fun than Clubhouse. So, over on Clubhouse, we talked about blending. Of course, we talked about testing. There are some foundational things that all candle and soap makers need to do before you just throw a product out there. And then we're also going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about wholesaling, getting a space. We're going to talk about retail. All of that we talked about before, plus more, is going to be featured on this podcast. So, what made me start the podcast? As you all know, I am a trainer by trade. For those of you that don't know, I am. And I like to talk. And I like to talk to my friends. And this is an outlet for me. And I've thought about it for a while. I wanted to get back on Clubhouse, and I said, because I don't like the way that is gone. And that's not bashing Clubhouse, but it is what it is. And I wanted to be able to get out and speak to more people. And so I decided, why not do a podcast? And so I did my research to see if there's a podcast out there for makers. There's a lot of podcasts that are out there, but there's not a lot of podcasts that are out there for us as makers, covering topics that we all like to talk about and need to talk about. Mental health, your whole energy, auras, because how many of you that do make candles, and you can put the comments in the chat for me, how many of you all don't make candles if you don't feel it? Because the energy transfers, correct? I'm definitely one. I have orders now that I need to feel, but if I don't feel it, I don't make it because that energy carries over. So, of course, Jayla's on, and I'm going to try to convince her to see if she'll come and talk again. And see, she said that's me too, about energy for those of you that are new and why energy is important. Also, some of the things that, she said, yet, wait a minute. Okay, we're going to see if we can convince you. Energy is very important, and also for those of us that make candle and soap or both, you are transferring that energy over to your customers. So we want to make sure that it's always good energy and good chi. And also, we had just started getting into talks about mental health. Mental health is very important, especially in the last couple of years due to COVID and all the things that are going on in the economy. So I want to add that series as well. So I will be working with Jayla and others on that. I have invited everybody that is from Clubhouse over, and plus I opened it up to people that I don't know. So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming tonight, because trying to kick it off, and I want to keep this going every Wednesday, and then if I need to expand it, then we'll go from there. And Miss Chandler's Rose, aka Nicole, yes, it is very important that we set the tone for what we put out there, especially as makers. So I am a maker, and I decided that why not? I see other people jumping out there and doing it. And right before the show, I was shocked because I sent a message to Jeff Stanley himself, and he responded and said that he's excited for me as well, and that he'll be willing to collab and help out any beginners. Yolanda, I could talk to you about who Jeff Stanley is later, but everybody else knows his niche is beginners, and he has gone on and expanded into his own line, opening up a retail store. So you'll learn who Jeff is, and I'm going to try to work with him to come on the show as well. So I'm also in talks with a couple other people to see if I can get them to come on the show that are way bigger than me, to try to get some big names coming in along with our resident speakers. Let me see here. Do you all have any questions for me? Or if you can put in the chat, what are some of the topics that you all would like to hear on the show as well? Like I said, I've reached out to influencers because I know a lot of people have questions about that. Social media is a big one that I want to cover. And even doing this, if you decide you want to do a podcast or YouTube or what have you, let's talk about it. Oh, thank you, Abba. It is exciting for me. I got to get back into the groove of things, but I wanted to open it up and expand the opportunity to all of us, whether you are a speaker or if you are just getting opening up and expanding other opportunities. Jayla put motivation for beginners, definitely overcoming fear. Okay, I'll have to go back and read the comments and write that down. I will add those as topics. All right, so here's the next question for the chat, or what do they say? Comment below. What type of time do you all have? Does 30 minutes work, except for when we have a guest on, or do you all still want to do the hour format? I'm waiting for the comments to come up. What do you all think? You want to do the hour again? I know for people that are new joining me, sometimes we would run over the hour, but the initial time frame is an hour because 30 minutes with a guest on runs kind of tight. And of course, we're going to get into the waxes. And for those of you that are soap makers, because you all know melt and pour is it for me. 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, perfect. I'll just keep it at that. I'm trying to keep it max an hour because this is a work night and the kids are in school. Okay, perfect. All right. So 30 minutes to an hour it is. Like I said, I'm not going to keep you all on here long tonight. It was just to kind of do a meet and greet, but most of us actually know each other. And my friend Marcus stopped through, and I appreciate that as well. And then, of course, we're welcoming Yolanda to the family. Miss Monique, do you have anything that, as a beginner and someone who is considering getting into the industry, things that you would like to see outside of what you told me yesterday? Because we have someone that some of the topics we're going to talk about are different types of waxes, blending, fragrance oils. Nicole from the Chandler's Rose, she has a blending business and she'll talk about fragrance oils. Do y'all like? I just volunteered her to do that. And then, so each one of these ladies that are on here do different things that they'll be speaking about throughout the course of the podcast. But if you can think of anything else, containers, wicks, of course, for candles. For the soap maker side, I have a couple soap makers that are come on because that is not my area, and I'm not going to act like it is. So we'll have soap makers that come on as well, and a lot of people will be watching this on the replay, and they'll put their answers in the comments as well. All right. Can anybody think of anything else? Like I said, this is the first one. Okay, perfect. This is the first one. So starting next week, what I want to do is start our same thing we did before. Start with the foundation of candle and soap making, and some things that apply to both, and some things that you have to do. And testing is a big one. So of course, we're going to have the whole discussion on testing. Yolanda, for you, if you don't test your product, it can come back to haunt you. Diversifying streams of income. Oh, but I'm all over that. So yes, we will add that as well. Like I said, a lot of people did not respond yet to my invitation for them to come on. So I definitely want to do that. I would recommend, if you all don't have a TikTok account, that you jump on TikTok. I just started on TikTok myself, LinkedIn, set up those different profiles, but I will review that as well because these are ways that you can monetize and still keep doing what you're doing. Social media, I have a couple people that are going to come on and speak about social media. One thing that I would like to discuss is how do you get into magazines and how you get onto these different platforms to bring more attention, public relations areas. So I'm trying to work on that one. So if you have been on the news or if you've been in magazines, if you could reach out to me, I would appreciate that because that's one thing that I'm working on as well. All right. If you're not subscribed, can you go and subscribe for me? The channel is up. It's Bubblez, Bubblez, and Flamez, and that's Flames with the Z. And I hope you all get it because, of course, the bubbles is for the soap makers and the flames is for candle makers, so I tried to combine it. So just put a little spin on it. But definitely, if you can share the live, share the time. And no, it's supposed to be with the Z, Jayla. I just realized that I misspelled it when I said that, but that's okay. But yes, it's Bubblez with the Z and Flames with the Z, representing candle and soap makers of all um, races and backgrounds. I opened it up to everybody. And like I said, that's what Bubbles and Flames is about. And welcome. And I'm excited for this journey that I'm taking. And I hope that you all will jump on the train with me. If you want, I can drop the link if anybody wants to come up and talk to the group. But if not, I'm going to call it a night. Because see, this will be the short one. So do you like that, Abba? Yes, Jayla, you are correct. Bubbles and Flames, how you spelled it, is how it's supposed to be. You know me with everything with the Z, right? I still tried to keep it with on brand for me with NUTZ. All right, and Abba, I'm working on the magazines piece. Has anybody that's in here been on the news before? You know how they do the segments on the news? Oh, thank you, Abba. I'm trying to keep my energy up. Courtney, thank you, and long time no talk to. You said not for blending, Nicole. I mean, just. Oh, I had to read that again. I meant for your business. Have you ever been on the news for your business? That's a big one because there's a lot of makers that I see that are getting out there in the public, and I'm one of them. I've decided to come from behind the camera because you all know I hate being on camera, but it is what it is. It's social media time. Jayla, I can't believe you've been on the news, but not for you've been on for your nonprofit. Okay, so that's one thing that I definitely am going to prioritize on that and try to find out. I know it's about networking. It's all about networking, so I will definitely be talking to everybody about that. I also have I have to open my website. Um, and I'm going to have some things that you could pick up, like checklists and things like that, that you can pick up for free. That I'm not going to charge for it. What do you all think about merch? Because I've been thinking about doing merch as well. Did you all like that sneak giveaway that I did? Oh, I know, Courtney. I already know you gonna talk about blending between you, Nicole, and Loso. Uh, Definitely, we're gonna have the blending conversation. It's definitely. She put in the chat, of course. All right. So, what do you all think about merch? Okay. Yep, I have it. I just have to get it printed up. Did you all notice that I did a logo change for Nuts About Candles as well? I did a logo change for both. I did a sneak giveaway on that too, because only one person reached out and said, "Hey, did you change your logo?" I didn't change my logo. I just had the cartoon logo done. So I definitely will be doing merch and giving it away and all of that. I've already got my makers ready to press it up. Oh, thank you. You all are going to make me cry, but I'm not going to drop the tears today. All right, give me one quick second here. All right. So this is a platform that I'm on called EveMux, and I wanted to see what your feedback was. Can you all see and hear me clearly? And can you see like the banner scrolling and all of that and the background? Because this is a very nice platform that I like. I was going to use StreamYard, but I actually like this platform a lot better. But I wanted to do the first episode and see what you all thought. I have to keep pausing to hear the comments. Okay. Thank you, Abba. So growing pains from Clubhouse because we could just talk and say whatever and it's instant, but this is actually delayed on YouTube. So I appreciate it. And Courtney, do me a favor. Courtney, Yolanda, Abba, I thought I had you out there as well. I see. Because this group, I knew it was going to be a small group today. This group is my mods, so I'll go ahead and get you your wrench because I can see what your names are on YouTube. I haven't decided if I'm going to upload this one or not. I probably won't because it's just a small group talking. But unless you all had anything else, that's it. We are actually at 30 minutes right now. We just went over. We just went over 30 minutes. Did you all have anything else you want to talk about tonight? Because I'm excited for this journey too. Next week will actually be um, a full, it'll probably be an hour. I'm hoping more people will come. So if you all can share the live, we're going to be talking about the what you need and what you should consider when you are a beginner candle and soap maker before you just jump out there and start selling stuff. So, pretty much what's required. If you all think of anything else, you know how to reach me. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. And I appreciate all of you. And thank you, Abba. I appreciate you as well. And I will be in touch. If you all think of anything, just let me know. All right. And until then, signing off. See you all next week.